Hello, everyone. We've got a big match tonight. It's been dubbed as El Clasico by legendary Dota 2 Ireland caster Rontel, who unfortunately couldn't cast tonight due to some family things. Uh, eClown also was going to cast this game, however, his internet has let him down unfortunately. So it's fallen to the third grade casters. It's myself, Click, and Anti who will be taking this series between two of the giants of Dota 2 Ireland. And yeah, some pretty likely bans coming out. A lot of heroes which could be contested by kind of both sides. In terms of the leaderboard, Imprint is, I believe, slightly ahead, just by a game though. So it's all to play for here between these two teams, who are looking like middle to upper tier teams in Division 3 here. So yeah, let's get stuck into it. Find out what the first pick is. But Antti, do you have any thoughts going into this of who do you think would be likely to take the victory?
Oh, I'm feeling pretty good about Imprint Esports as of recent. I mean, after their previous LAN performance, where they got the most wins they've ever got in any Irish event ever, I think going into this IDL, they're no longer in the bottom division. They're up to Div 3, which is still the same name as the previous one. But I'm feeling good. Key has, I mean, pardon the pun, been key uh, to their success as of recent, and we'll see some of his funky heroes banned out, like the Pudge that Passport have just banned. Um, and yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about Imprint. I mean, Passport, they've been a staple of the Irish community. Malou, you got to watch out for this guy if he ever gets his clockwork, which Imprint, thankfully, banned with quite high priority. That guy is a demon on that hero.
Yeah. So a rise in form for Imprint then, as of recent. Well, we'll see if Key can be shut down, perhaps. Might be something they look to target by passport issues, if they know that he's a potential threat. But yeah, Mulu missing out on his kind of most important hero might change their draft slightly, but it wouldn't surprise me if they were also expecting this. Um, we'll say it's a rather early Rubik pick though. Um, Usually like to make sure there's a good few abilities you can steal, but if somebody's just super confident on that hero, maybe that's just something they want to grab, even if it isn't the strongest pick in and of itself. But
Yeah, I think in the lower divisions you tend to kind of see that more often. They'll pick these more specified heroes early in a draft just because they're comfortable on playing it. I think it's probably a Joel Troll and Rubik, unless it's taken to the mid lane, which certainly could be mid Rubik reasonably good at the moment. Tusk pick, I'd say very likely 5 for Malou. It's another brawly melee 5, similar to the Clockwork. So maybe looking towards a range carry on passport issues, which are pretty good at the moment, maybe SF, that kind of vein. As for Imprint, I mean the Shadow Shaman hero, I think one of their most picked heroes on Imprint at the moment.
yeah, hmm I think like Tusk paired with any range is very strong, but like I say, especially like an SF, it's really difficult to play into. Wind Ranger against it, I actually think is okay. Um, Obviously, if they jump you, you can win run away. However, you don't offer too much in lane to actually help your offlaner if he does get gone, because you're probably going to be leveling power shot and the whatever the mischance thing is called, win run. So yeah, but Axe, a pretty strong hero, but again, Tusk can be a pretty key counter to it with that snowball.
Yeah, some funky picks either way. I'd say not your most traditional like counter picks in the right order along this draft, but that being said, that does mean that we're more likely to get a lot of kills and brawling in the early game, which is something that we
Hmm.
can all look forward to as a Timbersaw pickup. I mean, it's great against the Axe, probably won't be laning against it, still could be flexed mid for passport issues, but let's see what this next pick is. Beastmaster. I'd say that almost certainly means that it's some combination of scrambled lanes here, unless they're running the Beastmaster carry and running this kind of fast tempo strat, which they certainly could do.
Yeah, um, quite possibly. I mean, I think running a fast tempo draft against an axe in particular can be quite good. Like before he gets his items, it does take a bit of time for him to have any real impact. And against his Timber, things are going to be difficult. Also, Beastmaster's like, since he's not a traditional carry, he's a lot tankier. Although he can deal a lot of damage to himself, like reflected in the call, you're probably not going to kill him unless you chainstun him. So it could like be their answer to the axe in a way from the carry position, rather than picking something a bit squishier like a Juggernaut who can die in the call very easily. But this will give them a nice damage follow up in that axe call with the co-op there. And it's, yeah, I mean, it's not like as strong as it once was, but I mean, in the right hands, I think PK has been playing this quite a bit. I think he's played it in at least two of the games so far.
I think it
Obviously, one
could
of his
be.
specialties. And hmm,
I think it could be PK's best hero. Like I generally think
yeah,
it might be significantly better than the rest of his heroes that he plays. Um, the Queen of Pain and the OD, both some PK specials that they like to whip out. I am surprised they didn't ban either of them, or at least one of them, from passport issues, prioritizing instead some more of these support heroes.
mm, hitting the Spectre. Is Spectre a hero again? Is that doing the rounds at the
Spectre's
moment?
certainly a hero again. A pretty large win rate bump in recent weeks. Mostly because of the phylactery changes with her laning stage. Similar story for PL, which is also banned out.
All right, okay, okay. Um, I think Quap also leaning into if it does happen to be a Timber or Beast mid, like Quap should be pretty happy, I would say. Maybe the boards can cause some problems, but um, looks not too bad.
Yeah, I think at this level you'd expect the Quap to just be able to farm regardless of what the enemy core is doing if it's one of these two melee heroes. If it is the Rubik, however, it's maybe a bit more 50-50 coming out of the lanes.
Yeah, that's definitely true. But Puck being banned out is a bit of a surprise. It doesn't feel like Imprint have much wiggle room for where their cores can go. So I'm surprised they didn't just ban out, the best carry that can deal with whatever they're choosing to put off lane, whether it be Timbersaw or Beastmaster.
I suppose this indicates that Passport think they could be flexing the Queen of Pain to Asgrav as carry and also running some kind of fast tempo lineup. I don't think it's out of the question. Queen of Pain reasonably strong in lane just in general at the moment. I think Dagger was nerfed slightly, but we have seen a carry Queen of Pain in a previous IDL match this league.
Yep, never count it out. All right, well, I don't know what's going on.
So
Could
I
be a
would say
core
it's
Wind
probably Wind
Ranger.
Ranger
Plus
carry in
one
this
wind.
instance then,
Yeah.
with Shaman 5, Snap 4 with the Axe, pretty good lane, and then PK on the Queen of Pain. Does this settle what they would want to do for lanes for passport issues? I think ideally you'd lane the Tusk Beastmaster together just because of the synergy with Tusk's tag team, and then you can probably win the lane off of that synergy. Then you're sending Timbersaw into the off lane with Rubik either now mid or pos 4, with them being able to choose what they'd kind of like for this mid lane matchup, which I think, maybe you are fine sending the Rubik mid. Is that going to mean they have a lack of. I mean, their draft's quite rounded already. I think they are quite open to picking whatever they feel like in this last spot.
Yeah, I agree. I think the heroes they've picked actually scale quite nicely, but also they have good early game pressure between the Tusk and the Beastmaster. and Timbersaw to a point as well, but once he hits six, he has so much damage. So I wouldn't be surprised if they picked something that would secure their late game here, as a stacked out Wind Ranger could be a bit of an issue for them. They have some lockdown in the ways of Roar and whatnot, but
And it will be a Drow
yeah,
Ranger.
they've gone for the draw.
Perfect.
hmm Yeah, I mean, I think both teams maybe didn't get like their absolute top tier picks they could have, but both teams have made a pretty balanced draft here, and I'm quite interested to see how the lanes go mainly. If anybody gets very far ahead, I think Drow traditionally is decent against Axe. Just she has such high armor, so she doesn't really get affected by battle hunger. Obviously has decent range as well, so Axe can be prone to getting bullied a little bit. So we'll see if PK can be that difference maker, maybe make some ganks, and give Drow a bit of a hard time in the early game. Some very nice skins though across the board here. They're really lighting the screen up. I mean that Timbersaw is just I don't know. He's got a lot going on there. All right, I'm
Just taking
assuming
a
everybody's betting.
just taking a quick look at the
Get your bets
stats
in.
for all these heroes, and Shadow Shaman does have a 40% win rate in IDL and the previous lands, but it has the highest pick rate out of all the heroes in this match.
Yeah, I mean 40%. That's not great. I'll be honest. Not a great win
It's
rate,
pretty low.
but it seems to have been working for them so far, right?
Yeah, they found
I
success
think
with it.
it's the third or fourth game on it in this season alone, so I'm sure they know what they're doing. They'll be used to playing with it as well. When that snake comes online, ready to go, ready to push with it. In fact, it is the chicken fingers instead, though, so a bit more laning pressure perhaps, but um, yeah, no big snake. Got an early smoke out though from passport issues. Both teams on the opposite side, so maybe not too much action yet. Do we have any other interesting facets going on? We got Tangled on the Wind Ranger. I take it that's the regular carry one that you would go for.
Yes. I think everything else is pretty standard. Chicken fingers taken for the laning stage for the Shadow Shaman, who will be laning as +5 with the Wind Ranger. And it looks like they're laning into Rubik and Timbersaw. This Blow-Yo mid Beastmaster is an interesting one. We'll see how that gets on against PK's Quap. Might be a lane to watch there.
Yeah. Right, there we go. My settings are all good now. Um, I think as for last hitting, Bloyo should be very solid on it against the co-op, obviously, with the boars to help out as well. As harassment, I think before the bottle comes out, at least Bloyo should have a decent advantage there. She's taken a point in Scream already, so maybe not going to go for the dagger build. As Joe Trollen has stepped up quite far and actually going to get chain stunned here. Between the
So
chicken
much
fingers,
mana.
the shackles, and the shackles, just about goes down to give the first spot away.
I mean, what a ridiculous hero. You give this This Shadow Shaman 2 spells at level 1. It's pretty
Yeah,
cracked.
nice block there by Malu. It's going to be the first blood top, and it might be Manly Man going to fall as well, as it should get in range for a couple of more right clicks, especially with those chicken fingers. Nicely done. Yeah, both mid laners just farming it up. Shouldn't have much kill potential really on each other, at least till 6. Where, with a +1, maybe Quap has enough damage to kill a Beastmaster. Quap certainly needs to be careful of how low she lets herself get, though. With that roar, once it's online. Malu getting it done bottom,
Sorry, chat.
making
Just
his lane
warming
nice
up.
and easy for his draw. Bottle achieved for PK, but that deny is going to be quite hurtful if he can't get this. He just blink for it, so we'll secure it, and it'll end up being Bloyo who gets his courier sniped, and only the initial 3 bottle charges for the next minute and a half. Could be quite vital in that lane just to stay at least level or ahead. It's definitely Imprint though, who's kind of getting ahead anyway in terms of both kills and farm on the lanes so far. Although Manly Man does have a nice big wave here. I think once this Timbersaws like tanky enough, like he's built a bracer, I think he'll be okay in that top lane. Um, unless he really just lets them beat on him for a long time. But even with he's got a point in reactive armor as well. Should be able to just about sustain and just get his levels up. Although saying that, this chain stun might just be the death of him. Nope, he manages to get to the side far enough. And once again has a nice wave coming in. I think Petom's doing just fine against Axe. It's about even. Axe just is slightly ahead on denies, but um, it's not too bad. Like Axe and Snapfire is quite brutal. They are going to go up with a snowball and try and block him up with the shards as well. Should have enough slows there, and they do get him. Could be a tricky one as well, trying to get away from here with a snap, but it's not going to be enough with the 2 points in frost arrows. Plenty of slow to bring him down. Nice double kill for your draw.
Continued aggression in both side lanes. That's what we like to see.
Oh yeah.
Tim's still struggling quite a lot in this lane. More so than I'd expect. The Shadow Shaman Chicken Fingers facet just too strong. But CS
Yeah, it's the
suffering for
chicken
sure.
fingers. Chicken fingers, double shackle, and then it's just a Rubik to help you, which, it does something, but it's not as much as a lot of pause fours would be. Something to really break up that go, like a hoodwink or something.
Snowball bot.
That's Malu he's gotta be a little bit careful. There is a combination here. The little shredder and the battle hunger together will do a lot of damage with that armor reduction. So we'll have to ferry himself some regen. Almost has enough for the tranquil bits.
A little bit
As,
scary in this mid lane. I think PK is slightly behind on
oh,
XP, but top lane.
looks like Joe Trolling's gonna be the one. And click down here. Yeah, it's just really hard to walk up into these heroes. Like, you've not got enough damage to kill them, really. And yeah, it's just rough. So 6 minute rune going to be spawning. They're making a move there on the Snapfire. just making sure that Bloyo does not get the all-important power rune. Is going to be top of shield rune for PK, so he'll be quite happy with that one. No way to dispel it, I believe. So a pretty close game overall, as Petom is going to get jumped onto by that Snapfire Cookie. Let's see if Key can run him down and get the kill, but instead they're going to turn things around. Malou comes in, saves his buddy, gives him the double kill. I mean,
2 points in the tag team with a Drow Ranger on top. That's a lot of damage coming out. You got to be careful of that. The snap axe damage kind of doesn't come out in huge bursts after the shotgun's gone off. You've got the cookie for the stun, jump the axe in, but the spin not doing so much damage at the moment.
yeah, and he opted to not take a point in call yet,
Shackle
so
top.
won't have that bonus armor. Yeah, it's a lot of
just
damage, isn't it?
unlaneable.
It's tough. It's really tough. And it looks like Wind is gonna beat him to level 6 as well, which is a pretty big deal. Because Timber's main thing is like he gets his 6, he gets Twisted Chakram, and he's got kill threat on the enemy carry. But yeah, he's just gonna be under even more pressure as soon as Wind gets that 6. And Axe actually gonna go down again in the bottom lane, so no TP for 30. Petom on the mega kill streak already. So both pos 1's doing particularly well. Mid is about drawing. If anything, Quap is slightly ahead. But yeah, kills definitely in the favor of passport issues. So very, very tight game so far. I wouldn't want to call it. Both teams showing aggression where they can at the very least. And yeah, a lot of kills, like you were saying, over 1 per minute.
We'll smoke out from the axe just to get back to the jungle camps on the side of the map. That guy's desperate for a little bit of farm. Has some aggression out from Manly Man. Now with a few points in the nukes, Big Balls Boy has got to be a little bit careful on this lane.
So PK got the illusion rune at 8 minutes as well. Obviously not the best one for an aggressive play. Would have been quite handy with that Sonic Wave ready to go, but he might be receiving information from his sidelines that bottom is unlaneable, top is going okay, so maybe he doesn't feel the need to try and make a rotation yet. Just focus on his own farm, which is definitely it's fine. As I think Snap is just stacking up that triangle, try and get his axe back into the game.
Petom over here on this Drow Ranger having the best time out of everyone so far. Almost 5k net worth. Pretty far ahead of everyone else.
Yeah. I'll be feeling it was the right decision to go for a...
on these stacks in the jungle.
Yeah. Do you think they made the right call then, going for like securing their late game and their lane as well, and by picking this Drow? Like they could have gone with anything really.
Yeah, I think it's worked out nicely for them, choice. Especially with this lane. I mean, you want this kind of ranged hero with the Tusk just to take advantage of how strong the combo is.
You see Asgrav there just staying behind his tower. Like he knows that he has to respect Manly Man. He's got a lot of nuke damage. He's about to hit 6 actually. So will obviously receive a massive damage buff when he does get that. Easily able to nuke down a Wind Ranger. She is a universal hero as well, which is nice for Timbersaw.
One slight concern I have is the axe isn't going the Blink Dagger first. I'd like to see that kind of option for the build, especially with a Snapfire support, where you can just find the catch and then Snapfire has the follow-up damage. And also with a Quap as well to supply that follow-up damage to your call and just be a bit more active on this map. Try and shut down some of the Drow's farming area. But it looks like they're making a rotation.
Yeah, they're somewhat doing that at the moment. Yeah, they've managed to smell it though. They must have had a ward there. Yeah, so I think they spotted the Quap on that ward.
Bloyo.
wedged between the trees.
Forces Key to rotate to defend the tower. Level 9 on the Beastmaster.
Yeah, did a nice job there because they knew Quap was bottom, and now actually they're going to go into the draw. Once she's left, let's see if they'll have enough damage between the support duo. They will get it done. Rubik's come down here, and Tusks does not have any spells. As Quap arrives as well, they have to be very wary of PK. Bloyo does make an appearance as well, though. Siege cart still alive for now. Might look to make something happen with him.
Yeah, maybe an over-rotation here by the two mid laners. Doesn't look like there's much happening. Otherwise, it would have been nice to clear out the mid waves. Beast could have even secured the mid tower if he stayed, but instead we've got some action on top lane. Huge nuke onto Asgrab.
Yeah, man.
Is he gonna...
Big kill.
Oh, he dies to the catapult!
You take that as a win, I think. You know, you get 2 TPs, you get the carry. Obviously, you die for it, but that's Sonic Wave cooldown. As your team know, bottom lane, they're going to be looking to pressure this tower.
Yeah, nice play from the Timbersaw. Like you said, it's probably the best he's felt all laning stage, getting those rotations in and then dying. So, you know, not much can be said about that, but hopefully he can get back into this game now that he can farm through some neutral camps a bit easier.
Yeah, he's got a nice double wave here as well, and actually not being pressured on it despite there being kind of 3 heroes up here. So I'm not saying his game is totally like recovered, but it's not in a bad place at all. Like he's doing well. In terms of net worth, he is, you know, thereabouts with the axe. So both offlaners, you know, they had a bit of a hard time. But yeah, Drell's quite far ahead now with that rotation, and obviously those kills that she got in the early game. Obviously she did die thereafter, but she's doing alright. Pretty good for this point in the game.
Bloyo on the Beastmaster secures the middle tower as top lane as a shackle out onto the Timbersaw.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not really to be messed with, but they do have a fair amount of damage between them. I mean, Asgrab, they've dropped the snakes on him as well. They actually trapped him in there. Oh my goodness. Hung around a little bit too long on the Timbersaw. Bloyo made his way up here. He's got a haste rune. Anything could happen here. Considers the dive, but plays it safe. Goes to farm the wards instead.
Farm the snakes, yeah. A little bit of farm down there.
Easy money.
Still relatively even game,
helped.
but Pitom
it's helped win there.
Uncontested.
Oh. So yeah, Axe with his Blade Mail now will feel a bit better. He can't just be like hard committed onto really, at the very least. But yeah, like I say, if you go Blink, you have follow up damage. Like they're between the Snapfire Kisses and, you know, Quap blinking on you as well to provide that additional damage. You don't really need the Blade Mail, even if it is something you typically go for more often.
Pitom's got to be careful here. He might find him.
Nice silence, pushes them both back. The key, not done, is going to get Crooked on top. The stun's there, does have 2 points in call, and the globes to follow up.
Missed dunk. Joe Trollin's
stolen
snap ult.
Loyal wants to turn things around here. Manly Man's actually in the vicinity as well. He's going to try and provide what he can with his chakrams. Going to jump onto Connor, or however you pronounce that name, and might get it. Yeah.
Nice shots.
Finish him off 2 for 2, but Imprint importantly getting that big kill on the Drow Ranger.
Straight into a smoke up. Looks like they're wrapping towards this mid lane.
Yeah, Joe Trolling just doing some initial damage on it.
A huge amount of damage.
He's greeting for it, and only now blinks back, so Mullo just needs vision. He places the Observer Ward up to the high ground, even with that Blade Mill completed. Oh, he does get the blink away with 4 points in it, but pops the regen and dies.
The stolen scream follows him past that. Yeah, not sure I'm a huge fan of the Blade Mail build here on the Queen of Pain.
They placed the ward on the low ground, so they scouted them out here, they break the smoke. Everyone's kind of collecting in this top lane, even Petum's up here as well.
Might be a double for Petum.
Oh yeah, the nice roll through the drive-by stun. Nice moves, really efficient. They basically ran from the bottom lane to the top lane and just drive-by killed 3 people. Uh,
Yeah, really
Along with
nice
the
map
top
movement.
tower.
Connect up to their carry,
Just
instantly take an
mhm.
objective. I'd love to see them push into the enemy jungle and farm it out before recollecting themselves, which it looks like the Timbersaw will be doing. So nice map play out from passport issues here.
Yep, it's all about Axe being online, ready to fight with this Blink Dagger. Before then, Timbersaw's gonna have that advantage. He's completed his Kaya now. He's got a lot of mana regen. He can kind of almost fight continuously. Um, so yeah, Key needs to get this Blink Dagger and start making plays with his team as well. He has top net worth on their team as well. There's been quite a lot invested in this Axe between the stacks and the ganks. So
He's got to watch out sitting in this health though in front of a Timbersaw.
yeah, he doesn't see him. He's gonna walk straight in. Tusk unfortunately left. Bloyo's gonna get a double kill elsewhere. He gonna venture back underneath
Gonna
the
jump
tower.
back down to this bot fight.
Well, 3 kills, a tower,
And once again,
and
just efficient movement on the map from passport. A couple kills into a tower, farm up some more, and repeat.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think this like these 3 brawling heroes plus a Drow who had like
Dire's middle tower
a great laning stage just means that any fight that you show up to with all these heroes at this point, you will win it. It's only if you're going to get caught off guard right now, it feels like you could lose it. So this could be the moment though. It's the blink reveal for Axe. They're all smoked up as well. Melee Man, not the best call target, but they might have enough follow-up damage. He's going to break the smoke and back away and probably rally his team. Just make sure everyone knows what's going on. And they do end up showing on the mid wave as well. So smoke failed, unfortunately, for that Axe blink reveal, but Timbersaw in the right place.
Yeah, pretty sad that the smoke move kind of fizzled out for Imprint here. You would have loved to see it. I would have loved if they'd just gone onto the Timber. I think they have more than enough damage to kill him. And they should be looking to use their ults at some point. If they sit and leave them on cooldown for too long, it's such a huge waste. With ults so powerful, such as the Snap and even the Shaman ult as well.
Yeah. It always feels like when I'm playing Axe, I get Blink Dagger, I'm like itching to go. Like I just want to fight no matter what. So yeah, he definitely could have taken the jump. I guess he didn't know if the team was behind the Timber. Perhaps he thought if they commit on to him, things might turn sour. But yeah, they've got to go for something at some point, or this net worth lead is gonna probably only get worse. Really, as Drow is just farming up so quickly, just hoovering up everything on the map right now. I mean, that being said, like Wind is really struggling for farm in this game. He needs to get himself involved in some kind of engagement, so, like a positive engagement. As looks like both teams are bringing heroes up here to potentially contest this Wisdom, but he's gonna get the call now. They go for the Timbersaw. They shoot enough damage, get a dunk as well. The Stolen Globs though are doing a lot from this Rubik. They drop the roar as well, turn things around. Both offlaners are down in the backside of things. Big Balls Boy gonna be able to finish off that Rubik as Bloyo in the front lines now is totally surrounded and does get cookied to death as Asgrav makes his way to the high ground, abandons his 2 teammates that Petom was currently just wailing on. They're trying to get vision from the boar, will end up doing so, turns to daytime as well to help things out. And it's a 4 for 3 in the end, as Big Balls Boy did drop the wards for Maloon, basically got a solo kill by the looks of things, as he is ending up going to be slowed by these boars and this Drow. Triple kill for Petom, who just continues this rampage across the map.
Petom is a huge issue. Wasn't shut down in the early game, and now has 2 more items than the enemy carry. This is not looking good. Like when a Drown Ranger's ahead and she's already 4-shotting your Snapfire in the middle of a fight, you're in a bit of trouble. You need to maybe consider jumping her at the start of fights now. But because you've got this Timbersaw and this Beastmaster sitting in the front line, sitting on the waves, it seems very difficult at this point.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, obviously, like Drow at this point is not that weak, you know, like as in health wise. They have Dragonlance, Manta style. It's not that easy to bring her down, and she's going for his Hurricane Pike, which is just going to complicate issues. Even with a good Axe Call, if you don't get that follow up stun, she's going to probably get out there, at least with the help of her team. So let's see, they might be making a play themselves. They smoked up. Roar is ready to go.
Double
Do they
damage
have
for the
any deep
drow.
vision?
Yeah, counter smoke from Imprint.
Yeah, they've actually broken
Gonna
theirs on
clash him.
passport.
Peton
So
shows.
Peton shows Manly Man walking up, so finds the axe most importantly. That's the key is so important in this fight. He's popped his blade mill already, so fighting is just not an option anymore. Big Balls Boy is just going to be left for dead. And again, Manly Man just breaking that smoke in the front line is so important. If Key can't get a jump on Drell with blade mill on, there's no chance of them winning the fight, honestly, at this point. As Joe Trollen knows that, and just pokes and pokes and pokes. He would be wanting to go in, but just their team just doesn't have the resources right now. They use a glyph as well.
Yeah, I think with the items that Imprint have on some of their cores, all of them are afraid to go into these fights. Maybe Axe is even too scared to make a jump onto a key target.
It comes back to what you say, like, if Wind Raider doesn't have these items to fight yet, then, you know, it's problematic. You need the damage to come from somewhere. The supports have, I think, been playing the fights rather well in their own right, so, like, the Snapfire's dropping the globs and the Snakes from Shaman, like, you know, that they're doing their job, but it's just, the enemy cores are so far ahead of yours, it's so difficult to play this game, just with how things have gone down, is people are kind of collecting in this top lane, but there is no Snapfire and no tier 1 tower to TP to, so it might just be
It is the
the
Tormentor,
Tormentor.
and it looks like they are going to contest as 5. We're kind of ping-ponging back across the map as 5 heroes collectively.
Malou stepping forward, he's the one to make sure no smokes come into range.
They spot each other.
Just waiting though. Yeah, they're going to drop the Roar immediately though. Onto Axe, the most important hero in this team fight. They drop the return though. Everything, the globs. Oh, the snowball save Bloyo. He gets the pipe off as well. Petom's stuck inside the wards and is getting stunned up by Shaman. But he's not dying. The stolen wards as well from Joe Tro is a triple kill for Manly Man. He's having a great fight. And wicked sick is Petom. I don't know how they're going to turn this around, honestly. I think this could just be it with this Tormentor and they just roll into they just roll up to the high ground. This is going to be so difficult to overturn now. And Beastmaster living for that long is absolutely criminal.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not possible to fight if your axe gets caught first. You need the axe to be able to jump onto these key targets, Petom with the blade mail, just to lock him down so that you can get some more damage in, but this initiation angle was a bit split off, hard for his supports to connect and even save him. And, I mean, shout out to Joel Troll, and we've seen him steal 2 ults in 2 big team fights so far, and I'm sure we'll see some more.
Yeah, they're playing it well, and I mean Mullo as well playing this Tusk well. That was nice. Like, you know, he was still stunned on the beast. He managed to get him into the snowball. Then he got the pipe off. It looked like he could die at any moment, but he just wasn't going down. They ended up having to commit everything onto him to get the kill. As Key will be the one to break the smoke this time.
He needs to watch out.
But nothing is on cooldown for passport issues right now. They're missing globs, they're missing Sonic Wave, they're missing Serpent Wards. They can't really fight on Imprint right now. They got to go find farm from somewhere. Yeah, it's gonna be very tough for the next 4 or 5 minutes anyway. You might be able to just roll into Rush.
If I know these games, they're just gonna fight anyway. That's usually how these go. throw shit at the wall till it sticks. But I'm not sure much is gonna stick to these heroes.
Yeah, they smoked up. They're looking for a wraparound. Bloyo might be the one to run straight into them though. They'll find PK. Drops the roar as well. Let's see if they have enough damage to bring him down. The snowball is going to be enough with the lift as well. Axe, he gets stunned. I think it was the drive-by snowball again when he went into call. Oh, that's a complete disaster for him. And he just, I mean, this fight is just over now. 3 for 1. Axe went for the call, but blinked onto the snowball by the looks of things. And oh, Asgrav. nearly actually catches Bloyo with that. Might have been enough. Well, maybe if he had the execution, the kill shot to be fair, but no, it
Pete's
might
on
just
the
be a
far
mid
left of
tier
this
2.
fight, just able to blast out some damage across, even up the high ground there. And another stolen ult from Joel Troll and some extra green snakes for him.
Yeah, it has to be said, passport issues they're playing it well. They're playing it very, very well. They're not giving any space to them as well, which I like. Like they de-warded the top jungle, and then they swung together into the triangle because they knew that was like the only place that they could be to be farming. And yeah, they just roll into him, drop the ult onto the Quap, and then without her damage added into the fight, it's just so difficult. And being this far behind, 16k at 26 minutes, they just need a fight to go their way to Imprint at this point.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Imprint, this is kind of the time to find these heroes over on the side lanes by themselves. Big Bull's boy, though, it's a bit too far in.
Yeah, I think he's dead, but it's going to be a bit of Savior Buddy Syndrome perhaps as Key goes in as well. Do they have the follow-up damage? They do onto Mulu. Manly Man going to get out of there. Another ult stolen. It's Sonic Wave this time, pushing back a couple of heroes as Manly Man is going to go in. But actually, Wind Ranger on the backside of things does get roared up by Bloyo, who gets called by Key. Key saving his carry, getting him away. Key might just go down himself, though. They're trying to make a swift getaway. He's got a blink in a couple of seconds. If they can just get themselves out, Joe Trolling going to once again steal Mortimer Kisses and now drop them back onto the Snapfire. I mean, a nicely taken fight. They do well to get the Tusk kill.
Whoa,
and get everybody
down,
out as well.
Is under attack.
Everyone of importance was retained in the end. But just for a Tusk, unfortunately. Even if they did take the fight rather well, I thought.
Dire's top tower
It almost looked like it could have gone Imprint's way. I think sending in the Shadow Shaman with the short invincibility that he gets before he dies, just to bait him out so that they can get the axe to get a good call. It almost looked good. If the snap globules had come in on top of the call immediately, they might have seen a double kill there. But I mean, the response from Passport Issues was rapid. I don't know how the Drow waltzed over to the center of the map from the side lane that quickly.
Yeah,
And I mean,
impressive stuff.
Joe
impressive.
Trolling as well. 2 ults this fight. It's increasing. This is not good news if you're an Imprint fan. 3 ults next.
I don't know why
all
he's building a
stolen.
Cool. Get this guy an axe. Like seriously, he's playing it so well in this Rubik. I mean, he first picked Rubik, and yet, you know, he's getting every spell he could ever want. Having a really good game on it. Hang on,
expecting
is
a-
Bloyo caught here? He is going to get hexed and shackled up here. Key
The response comes.
is going to get the follow up. He's going to channel and end up gets the call off eventually. But Manly Man comes in with the massive amount of nuke damage. Beast is going to go down, and Quap has to be careful as well. Blinks off to the side there. Manly Man unfortunately missing on that hook shot. Would have been straight onto a couple of heroes, but they will go down anyway. As PK has managed to just about evade the clutches of the Rubik. But a 4-for-1, and again, they just have to commit everything to get 1 kill at this point. But it is a big kill.
It's looking more and more like it might be a butterfly timing into a Aegis of Immortality and straight up to kill your throne for the Drow Ranger. But Rocheless, they are marching down towards this mid lane.
Dire's
Drowless, in fact.
Drowless, yes,
she's taking
also.
care of business down bottom. Timbersaw, king of the tower, buying his shard.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It may be a little bit of a waste of time here for these 3 heroes as Key. Some aggression coming out.
Yeah, he's almost got the BKB on Axe, which is rather important. I mean, stops all of Timber's damage. Can obviously be stunned by both the Roar and the Walrus Punch.
Scream on cooldown, it's
and it
another
should-
5-man smoke out. The aggression never stops from Imprint Esports. They just need 1 kill to come back. And will they find the Rubik?
That's all it takes. They get the stuns on the Drow trolling, but actually the silence from Drow is going to save him, but he gets the call for the first time this game. A call onto Petum. Do they have enough damage? They do! Oh my goodness. And it goes to Asgrab as well. It's 1,000 gold for him. As now with that Mjolnir, you're going to be evading a couple of bulky boys that are running him down. As Joe Trolling... Does he get an ult this fight? I think this one might be the one where he didn't, in fact. Only man. Oh,
Bash?
Roche. Chance.
It was
Chance
close.
for a bash.
I could feel it.
Luck is on their side. Gabe is smiling down on Imprint right now.
What a huge kill. Especially Asgrav getting this kill on the Peton Drow Ranger is massive for them. Maybe even finishes the BKB off of this, which it looks like he will. Is this the turning point? Is this the high ground throw?
Quite possibly. I mean, there should be a high ground right now, like we mentioned before.
Yeah, your
No
Drow is
Drow.
dead. What's happening here?
This is insane that they're here. I feel like they shouldn't be here. They've
They
got
are
Popolo as well,
21k
and they're
net
smoking
worth
up. This is
ahead.
it. Yeah, don't
But
respect
keep-
them. Get in there. He's not going to hit the call. They'll still win the fight. Here he goes. Oh no, the follow-up stuns though. Does finally get the BKB off. As the Quap Up does finally come out as well. Beastmaster in the front lines, tanking every single ability they've got, just throwing him at this Beastmaster. He's gonna go down, but as does Blowyo, the even bigger kill, as PK goes in on about 200 health and pays with his life for that maneuver. Again, Asgraf has abandoned his teammates, the two supports. They're gonna go down. It's an ultra kill for Manly Man. How have they done this? How have they done
I'm lost for words at this fight, honestly. Lost for words. It felt like they missed every spell.
Oh goodness.
Dire's middle
And now
tower
P-Tom's
is under
back,
attack.
and Imprint are all dead. There's nothing to defend your base.
Are fortified.
I
That
mean,
was the
it's at least a
BKB.
set of racks.
BKB timing for the Wind Ranger and the Axe in this fight, and they were wholly ineffective even with no enemy carry.
Dire's
That
middle tower
is
has fallen.
shocking.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
Well, I did say at the beginning of the fight they're going to win it anyway with the axe in the
You
call.
did
I was
cast
wrong.
curse
They
them.
they
I
had,
think that might
they
be
had,
on
they
you,
had to hit that
actually.
call. Yeah, my bad. Sorry, Imprint, but you're losing game one. Let's see. Can they wrangle anything? Not right now, anyway. They're going to have to chill. Smoke up. I mean, I feel like both teams have been smoking off cooldown this whole game. Like,
Yep,
absolute
5-man
chain
smokes
going
back
on.
to back. That's how we like it. And we've seen that Key, if he gets a blink onto Drow, they can kill her in the Blade Mail call duration. So let's not write Imprint off completely after one set of racks. You know, there's two more of those.
Yeah.
They've got
You're
a
right.
couple more chances to take a good fight, and there's still a Roshan available for either team. Really not wanting to take it for some reason. It blows my mind. a
It
bit.
may be. I think they have an external bet on not taking Rush.
Yeah, you think there's some
that's
under
what
the
it feels
table
anyway.
dealings about first the Roche loses 50 imprint points?
Yeah, I think it might go further than that, actually. Might be some more things on the line as well. As Snapfire. Nice little use of the cooker there.
Top tower
Gets himself away. Manly
He
Man
just
missing
about.
every single ability on Alex. Oh, and here we go. Punch on the sidelines, though. They're going to find
Asgraf.
Asgraf. He has the BKB. Got to pop it. Feels the need to get away from Petum. Because, yeah, you don't want to be hanging around that drill too long. Wind Run only so effective against marksmanship.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
It's these small mistakes from Imprint adding up, like this BKB now on cooldown for quite a while. Especially on your carry is a big deal in these fights. But who knows, they might 5-man smoke and look anyway, as Blowyo showing alone here. Does blink away.
Oh,
It's the snap ult used on some
Was that
illusions, unfortunately.
a single kiss.
And it looks like passport issues are congregating up on this top lane. That's their next target.
Dire
And
are scanning.
I kind of have to believe. I know Imprint just scanned Roche, but maybe they have some agreement to not Roche. Who knows?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, they're just making sure they're sticking to the agreement.
Yeah.
I think Manly Man might have the most tower damage in this game. which is embarrassing considering he's got a Drill Ranger and a Beastmaster on his team. Uh, but they will finally take this tier 3, and he's not on full health, notably,
Radiant's
by quite a margin, so I don't know if they're really ready to fight. And also, Quap isn't here, so they're just trying to
Cutting the
stall things
waves on
out, cut
PK,
a
but
wave or
it's a
two.
double cat spot wave. It's you're not defending this before the racks go down.
Yeah, it's all or nothing here. They either have to go for it or just totally leave it. And it looks like they are TPing back on PK, so may look for a jump. It's gonna be the Drill Ranger who gets caught. The instant stun onto this Axe, though, not gonna allow for any more damage to come out. And now Petum, just look at that in the backside, dealing all that damage. Oh my goodness, the Wind Raider died in about 4 shots. This is probably a game here. Axe has come back into the fray, but with Wind Raider dead, does have buyback, and that is a dive, but not a dieback rather, but he's got no buyback on the Quap, notably. Yeah, laner Axe.
has fallen.
And even with the call on Petum, they were ready. And they were ready as well for Axe to be too aggressive in the mid lane. With no buyback on him this time. Good game is finally called. 33k net worth lead at 36 minutes. I mean, come on.
Yeah, a bit of a stomp. Not really what we expected here going into this series. I think Imprint, maybe just some key ideas about this game going wrong, even though I don't think their draft was like massively out of favor. So we'll see if they can maybe resolve those issues before we head into the next game and just kind of rethink their approach to how passport issues played this map. I mean, beautifully to say in this early game, pinging from lane to lane, connecting up with the carry, taking an objective. It was actually very fluid movement from Passport to give them their credit.
Yeah, absolutely. And their laning stages were fine. I mean, they recognized top lane was tough. They gave away a couple of kills, but it wasn't a landslide. Whereas bottom, they struggled in the lane, and then they also went too aggressive and gave Drow a couple too many kills, just accelerating her net worth and her growth. And that meant that the game was just so easy for Bloyo to play. No matter where he went, he knew that he was going to have damage fall up on his roars. He could take whatever towers he wanted. He had all the space in the world, almost thanks to his bottom lane single-handedly. So yeah, very well played both Petum and Malu for that performance. Very, very nice stuff. We'll see if Imprint can bounce back though, because I think that they were connecting their spells nicely, even when they were behind. Like some of the fights looked good for them. They just didn't quite get over the line because they were so far behind the net worth, missing a few key items. But yeah, we'll see how we get on in game 2.
Dire team ban. Dire team ban. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban.
Welcome back, everybody.
10
We've got game
seconds
2,
remaining.
Imprint versus Passport Issues. Let's see if Imprint can improve on that performance. No, they didn't play badly. I think Passport Issues were just tremendous.
Radiant
Both in
team
lane,
ban.
post lane, map movements, everything was going sweet. It was all going their way. They had a very fat Drow Ranger. Didn't even need the Roshan. Didn't even, it may as well not have existed this whole game. Other than it could have bashed the axe on the TP out. Other than that, Rosh didn't exist.
Seconds remaining.
So let's see what adjustments will be made
5
in this
seconds
draft.
remaining.
Clockwork is out once again. Magnus is out once again.
Yeah,
So yeah, things are looking pretty similar.
those are required bans, let's
Radiant
say,
team ban.
against Manly Man and Maloods. They're required first phase bans.
10 seconds remaining.
But now that you say that, it feels like they got rather good substitutes. I feel like Tusk substitutes well for the Clockwork, and the Timbersaw for the Magnus, or if it was mid lane, I mean Beastmaster. Can also do a job. So yeah, they know what kind of style they want to play, obviously,
Radiant team
and
ban.
if they stick to that in this game, they're going to look very tough to beat. So let's see if
I'm a bit
Imprint can
surprised by the
kind
Omni
of
Knight
strengthen
ban.
their lanes.
They might know a bit more than
Mhm.
us about this Omni Knight ban. I don't
5
think this
seconds
hero's
remaining.
like absolutely critical to the meta at the moment. I'm wondering if this is something they know from scrims that Imprint have been cooking up.
Yeah, it's annoying to play against, for sure, and it can be flex potentially, which could be something that kind of is annoying to play against. Big change though is the Rubik is banned out. First pick
Yep.
Rubik last game ended up arguably being the MVP of these team fights, stealing so many big ultimates, adding so much damage, and getting a couple of key lifts as well, in the middle of these engagements. So yeah, I don't know.
Dire team
Rubik out will give them probably if they'll feel like they have more freedom when picking their heroes. Although last time I don't think they even cared. They continued to pick channeled ultimates and whatnot. So yeah. And speaking of which, we got a witch doctor. Couple
Yep,
of
pretty
couple of
strong
puns
support
there.
at the
Meant
moment. I
that.
think most of the strong supports at the moment are less item reliant,
10
just more levels
seconds
reliant,
remaining.
and just have powerful ults. So we've got the Witch Doctor pick up
5
a bit
seconds
more of a pub
remaining.
hero traditionally than a competitive hero, but still,
Dire
nonetheless,
team
when it's
ban.
strong, it can rip heroes apart. And on the other side, we've got
Dire
one of the
team
other
ban. Radiant
best support
team
heroes of the
ban.
patch is this Jakiro, who I'm told can win any lane in any scenario ever. So we'll see how this
Hmm.
goes for Imprint Esports.
So if they lose the lane, something's gone dreadfully wrong, and it's all going to be Asgrav's fault, or is it going to be Big Balls Boy's fault?
Oh wow, hard to
5
say. We'll,
seconds
we'll have to
remaining.
wait and see if that eventuality does come to fruition. But
I was
for
going to say, who would
now,
PK blame?
yeah, actually maybe they just blame PK regardless. But PL and Klinks both banned out, two of our most picked carries at the moment in across all brackets. Spectre being the other one that comes to mind as one of the big bad wolves of the patch. Wonder if we'll see
Radiant
further
team
meta bans like
ban.
that, but they will opt for banning out the Timbersaw, so still feeling the sting from some of these heroes they played against last game. They're just like, let's reset, let's play something entirely new,
Hmm.
and maybe that's going to work out better for them. Their ideas in the last game maybe weren't up to snuff,
10
so
seconds remaining.
coming at this draft and saying, give us something fresh, our
5
ideas will
seconds
be
remaining.
better, like in this new scenario, is I think a good idea for Imprint to do.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I also like that they didn't go like crazy with the bans and just ban out like freaking everything that they just played against, because that can be a go-to option for a losing team, especially. I think they understand that this was a pretty close game, and they just want to target a couple of the things that they think made the game difficult for them. So they've also picked Tusk.
10
Um,
seconds remaining.
is this what was it then? Was it passport
5
issues picking
seconds
Tusk
remaining.
themselves because they like it more, or to stop Imprint from getting it? I'm not sure, but
I would
Tusk
suggest that
worked
this
well
is
for Passport last game.
probably more of a
Hmm.
block pick from Imprint. I think Passport prefer this on Maloo more so than Imprint like it on Big Balls Boy. But all the same, I know Asgrav does favour these ranged carries. Similar to how Piton played the Drow last game, we had the Wind Ranger, so we might see something along those lines again this game. Maybe the Shadow Fiend I'd love to see come out, another strong hero in the patch. Incredible lane with the Tusk, but assuming that this Jakiro is more
Dire
likely to be
team
POS 5, then even though it is flexible, I'd like to see maybe a ranged offlane and the Viper is
Radiant
banned
team
out.
pick.
Legion Commander.
And it would have been pretty nice into this Legion Commander pick.
I think that is quite a bold Legion pick. I mean, obviously Jakiro's abilities can be purged, but um, the duel itself could be a little bit problematic.
10 seconds
Tusk obviously with
remaining.
the snowball save, Jakiro has these AoE abilities and stuns that like
5
he likes
seconds
targets to
remaining.
be locked down, and Legion is a bit annoying for that.
Radiant team
Dark Willow will
win.
provide a decent amount of damage on top of the duel, and if they drop the Death Ward as well. Although they're two rather immobile supports, um, so they'll have to be kind of casting from afar in order to like amplify the dual
5
damage, at least in the early
seconds
game,
remaining.
before she can kind of solo kill. So yeah, interesting Legion
5
pick.
seconds remaining.
I think with this DP pick, it justifies the Legion a bit more so. I feel like it went from a
Dire team
slightly
pick.
average Legion game to actually a pretty good one now with the Death Prophet pick. Spectre,
Dire
on the other
team ban.
hand, that's a scary pick. We kind of expected to see this hero since it is so good, but Passport immediately answering with an anti-mage pick. What do we think of that?
I mean, I don't know if anti-mage is great into
10 seconds remaining.
Spectre specifically. Maybe
Yeah,
I'm missing something here.
5
no,
Um,
I tend to
Radiant
agree.
team ban.
I'm surprised they picked it so quickly.
depending on what Spectre is building now, but back in my day, as in 6 months ago, you'd be building for your Bloodthorn and your Manta style, and you'd be primarily fighting aggressively with your team frequently.
10
Like as
seconds
soon as your ult is
remaining.
off cooldown, you want to be getting a kill, and I think
5
Tusk kind of
seconds
provides that.
remaining.
Anti-Mage is a hero that's going to need his Battle Fury first, and then he's going to be getting
Ban.
his Manta style, and then he can kind of fight. He's not the strongest hero in the game, and Death Prophet, with all her physical damage that she brings with her ult, is going to be hard to fight into. I think the key hero that you've already mentioned against this Death Prophet is going to be the Legion. If Legion is behind in this
10
game,
seconds
I don't know
remaining.
how they're going to like fight, because AM's not going to be able to fight and Legion isn't.
5
Meanwhile, you've got
seconds
Death Prophet
remaining.
taking your towers, Tusk is snowballing you, Spectre's ulting in on your backlines. To me, Imprint have a more cohesive draft so far, and I'm interested in what passport issues are gonna pick to kind of tie this together and give them some breathing room against this Death Prophet in particular.
Now, I want to bring some attention to the bans Passport are putting out here. They've just banned the Ember Spirit, and I did have the inkling that Death Prophet
Radiant
doesn't really
team
seem
ban.
like a PK hero. I think this is more likely to be
Hmm.
Key's offlane hero, and they're still looking for their PK pickup, which is why Passport have banned the Ember and the OD. So we could see the PK co-op
Yeah,
again. It's not necessarily that bad into Legion, and it's pretty
10 seconds
decent in
remaining.
the mid game against Anti-Mage.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't think you'll want to play it again, to be honest. I don't. I think I actually do think Legion is really annoying for co-op. To be, and I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. I personally wouldn't be picking it. Um, I think he's got to go for something. I mean, Death Prophet offlane. I mean, it's fine on its own, but you really need to have something with it that doesn't mind tanking a bit as well. Like, I don't know if he plays it, but like a Void Spirit or something could be a better option. You get quite tanky with a Vessel build. Um,
I don't think I've
and
seen a
and
PK Void
whatnot.
Spirit.
Yeah, well, he's gonna have to pull something out of the bag.
They
We'll see.
might
We'll see.
decide after these bans from Passport that PK's hero pool is gone and maybe he does need to play the Death Prophet.
10 seconds remaining.
As,
Perhaps. Yeah.
as far as Passport, I mean, they've got the
5
lockdown
seconds remaining.
sorted. They've got follow-up damage for the duel from both their supports. I'd probably like to see a stable hero that can play on the lane so that Legion has this option to just kind of move around the map, stay fogged, and jump some of these uh, heroes that are duelable with the supports. Obviously, anti-mage until he gets his Battle Fury, he is going to be safely jungling. So to enable in this mid game the Legion to apply some pressure, they kind of need this other hero that's able to play on the lane in her stead. Maybe a hero that
Mm.
can also defend towers from the Death Prophet push.
Well, I was gonna suggest like a Sand King, but then there's a problem if DP goes mid against Sand King. Isn't that pretty rough for him? I don't think he really does anything against her.
Pick Queen.
They're going
Oh,
to pick the Quap. I mean, modern Quap you can kind of build to be quite tanky. You can go like Sanjkaya sort of style and have lots of health to play with. Um, I don't think Blade Mail is great on this
10
hero
seconds remaining.
anymore. Like we saw last game for PK, didn't really
5
make him
seconds
feel like he
remaining.
could jump into these fights and tank up. So I'd like to see a more stat heavy build out of the Queen of Pain from passport issues in this scenario. In terms of Imprint's last pick, I mean they've got 10 seconds left. I think they must be uh, ruffled a bit in the feathers after the bans come out, and it
You may
just
now
happens to be
select your
DK. Like
heroes.
this feels like this is the last hero we've got left for PK in his hero pool.
hmm.
We kind of have to put him on it at this point. It is pretty good against passport issues, so I will say if they were planning for it rather than it being a backup, um, then I think you're reasonably happy here. You're kind of stacking uh, a bit of functionality across your heroes, but in terms of the actual matchups, I think it's a solid DK game.
Yeah, I actually don't mind this hero at all. And I'm glad that he's picked something that he's comfortable on because it's very easy to be like, oh, this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, and you end up
10
being like, oh, this is a
seconds
great
remaining.
pick, and you go for this pick that you're looking up guides like, how do I play this hero? This is me right now on every single hero, but PK still plays Dota, so he's got a couple of heroes in his arsenal, and yeah, I mean DK Cross of Dragon, with a Death Prophet should be a nice pushing mechanism.
And let's take a look. So yes, it will be Big Balls Boy on the Jakiro with the Spectre. That sounds like a pretty good uh, lane for those two. We'll probably see the Spectre build in towards this Phylactery, as has been reasonably meta recently, which leaves Key and Contrabar as the Tusk and the Death Prophet in the off lane. I mean, Tusk plus any hero is going to be a strong lane. I think Anti-Mage might have a bit of a rough early game down here, and if they can snowball this DP to be uh, strong enough to frontline for the Imprint squad, then I think they're going to be feeling pretty good. But alternatively, this other offlaner, the Legion Commander, if she has a great game and the supports follow her around the map and just eliminate the Imprint heroes, I think they're going to be as happy as they were last game, just stomping it out. Maybe don't even need a Roche.
Yeah. Um, Now I don't really know about the facets too much on Dragon Knight. I'm just wondering how effective Frost Dragon is in this game, or is it just the one that you would typically take anyway?
Frost Dragon is a bit of a mystery to me, but we might have to save that discussion as Tusk is the first to pop on this smoke.
He's 5 heroes and plenty of damage. Maledict should tick him down. You'll troll him with the first blood.
Joe Trollin
Yeah,
happy,
I mean-
happy with that.
30
He
seconds.
can rush his Dagon on Witch Doctor.
Brilliant. I hope he doesn't, but brilliant.
But
You
yeah,
know?
as far as the DK facet, I mean, let's have a look. Frost Dragon, move speed slow, health restoration reduction, attack speed slow. I don't think it's great here. I don't really see the reasoning for it above the other two
The battle
facets.
begins.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Anything else that's interesting? We got malpractice on the Witch Doctor. We could see some big explosions. Very nice. Key trying to make a block on his top
Might
wave.
not want to
Unsuccessful,
against an
and
anti-mage.
yeah, that mana is
Similar
very
in
important.
the
As
Other lane.
yeah, Big Ball's trying to protect his wave, and it is going to be outside the tower. Nicely done.
In terms of this mid lane matchup, I expect DK to do similarly to the Beastmaster last game, kind of similar matchup here, and they should trade relatively evenly.
Question: Spectre doesn't have a facet. Is that a thing?
Yeah, there's a couple heroes that got slight reworks, and Valve took the facets out and didn't add anything back. So there's a few heroes without a facet at the moment. Spectre
I
being
see.
one of them, but she's still pretty good. So she's gonna have to get nerfed a bit before they add one back.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I mean, quite interesting that it just left him with nothing. As yeah, Key's getting very low, but as does Petum in this top lane. Both gonna step up.
They're gonna fight it
Key
out.
getting very low. Petum gets the blink away, and Tusk gonna keep him away.
He does have shards in
Oh,
10
oh,
seconds.
hang on.
In the middle lane, clean up middle lane.
Stop
Where's this
blink.
blink gonna go?
He's walking
lot of
back
time
into
here.
Key. Oh, he hasn't blinked that far though. He's just getting ran
Some
down
more
here
shards.
by Conchibar. And
Malou?
instead of actually, it looks like it's going to be Malou on the Willow. It drops a stick as well for good measure. Key's going to gobble it up, so that's a very long tango. Maximum maximum value for that kill there. And almost got the anti-mage as well.
It's under attack.
And the man needs to watch out. This Jakiro is level 2, and as we all know, with a little blood grenade and some Spectre follow-up damage, sitting at this health is pretty scary in this lane. Both of the Imprint lanes
And
look
yeah,
like they're going to be
notably-
going pretty well so far. At least
He
on
did
the
not
side
take a
lanes.
point and press the attack. No. He's went for moment of courage, overwhelming odds, which means Jakiro can kind of kick his ass if he drops a couple of abilities here
I tend to agree.
onto Manly Man.
I'm surprised that the abilities are not being dropped currently.
Middle lane, thank you.
You would
Yes,
love to see
he's
some
nearly at-
abilities being dropped.
Full mana, come on. Legion getting away with murder. That being said, Spectre is still alarmingly 13 and 8 at 3 minutes, which is a lot better than how Asgrav's laning stage was going last game. And in fact, Big Balls Wide gonna tank a couple of abilities. If he lives from this is pretty nice for the lane as well. Asgrav's not gonna be bongled up, not gonna be maledicted. And I mean, he's just about killed himself there with the pull, but job done. Good supporting. Go use your ability.
Maybe needs a little bit more regen to be ferried over to continue trading with the Witch Doctor like this, but so far not going too badly as Petom is getting chipped down by this Death Prophet. Bramble's doing
Yeah, and speaking of
a
regen,
chunk of damage.
he has a magic wand. He's gonna blink in Oh my goodness, this
Cancels
is
the
absolutely
salve.
insane.
Gets away
Yeah,
with
did a
it.
good job there. Malu's trying to secure this kill onto Key, who's hanging around for an extra Crypt Swarm.
So close here from
But
Malu.
I mean, and bottom lane, I think they went for like a crazy dive or something. They were behind the tower, and neither hero ended up even being that low. So looks like Big Balls Boy finally popped an ability or two, and got a double kill for his
Yeah, I'd say interesting into
first
a
lane.
Jakiro trying to
Good
make
stuff.
this
4-1
dive
Imprint.
at this time in the game, but I'm sure they could just pull the large camp instead. As another go out onto Manly Man.
Yeah, still no point in press the attack, so he's going to be continue to be slow, but the Maledict is going to be ticking him down with an extra couple of right clicks. Should be enough to take him down. Gets the value Liquid Fire off, but
Top lane, we miss
elsewhere.
another kill out
Ooh.
onto Malu. Looks like they dropped the combo.
Yeah, those shards just problematic for Malu, who does not have his boots yet. He's got a wind lace,
Petom.
but Petom, it was used to blink, manages to
Versus the
reflect the
snowball.
snowball. Nicely played by Petom there. I wasn't even sure how that like interaction worked, to be fair.
I mean, Petom is a Crypt Swarm away from death, really.
Yeah, just definitely have to be cautious. And Key is, bringing plenty of regen. Got a couple of mangoes, so it's not going to stop anytime soon. Let's get a nice little bongo bounce here, but just to secure his Manly Man some much needed farm, as Spectre is, double the CS at this point. Having a very, very nice game is Asgrav, and it's all important too, because if he gets level 6 early enough, it really amplifies your game. Being able to make plays as soon as possible, and like we're saying, is the main advantage they have over this anti-mage, despite AM being picked second.
Tusk runs down to secure the rune, returning to the top lane. Maybe we'll see some more further aggression out onto Petom on this wave. As bot lane, Asgrav gets caught with a Maledict. Might
should
check out
just
the
tick
damage,
out.
looks like he
Oh.
will. They share some fruit, and has the raindrops just in time, actually. Will survive through this as top lane. Small dive out onto Malu.
Yeah, nice place there. Petom going to be forced to blink away again. They've got the siege cart as well. Dealing a bit of chip damage. We're trying to nuke down this creep wave as soon as possible. Petom walks up, takes another Crypt Swarm to the face. His Big Balls Boy has Maledicts on him, but Manly Man's not got all that much health right now, so has to be careful.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Top lane, Petom edging closer to death, but there is a rotation coming from the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, let's see. I think he's savvy to it, even without awards. Wait, is there a
The
ward there?
Petom kill too juicy of a bait, though.
I mean,
Missed from the
he's all in
brambles.
observer wards. They see everything and Quap TPing back to the mid lane because PK was doing a considerable amount of damage there.
Snowball.
Yeah, Malu. Nice use of the Shadow Realm. Stops him from dying, really. But yeah, it's definitely the Imprint cores right now who are very happy. Doing really, really well in both the safe lane and the mid lane. And Key's not doing too badly either.
Big Balls Boy mans up and gets effectively a solo kill there on the enemy support.
And PK's rocked up the top lane as well. He's got himself a Hastron, got himself a kill onto Malu. So Dragon Form popped along with the exorcism with what, 10 extra
Asgraf's in trouble.
spirits.
TPs are coming through, but will PK be able to clean up both heroes? Blowyo's blink
2 seconds on the
just
blink.
coming off cooldown.
Oh!
Managed to
should
get
be
away
fine.
for now. PK, be careful.
Yes. Maldic it up and took a scream to the face. So PK about to explode. Deals a lot of damage as well to Big Boss Boy, who Bloyo actually misses the scream onto. Gonna have to be very careful because Shakiro does pack quite a punch along with this Walrus, who's on top of you as well. Bongo's doing a bit of work. See if he can turn things around with Malu, and they actually turn things around with the Macropire, but Maliman has just arrived. Gets the duel. First duel of the game. And looking for even more, perhaps, as Key. In fact, it's going to be Asgrab with the Haunt coming in, trying to take down this support duo who have maybe overstayed their welcome a little bit here. We're not expecting that 6 on Spectre. And a bit of a chaotic fight all in all, has to be said.
Yeah, should take a look at the recap. Well, it's coming up Imprint on the Gabe Newell TM recap.
Yeah, it felt better for Imprint. I think Spectre kill at the start is not registered, to be fair, so maybe it's about a tie.
Let's call it
But
even.
notably, Key also got the top tower with the Exo as well. So, yeah, Imprint should be rather happy with that whole exchange. She's going to have Greaves in a rather timely manner.
And what are we looking at in terms of items here? Queen of Pain. Still a mystery to what she will be building.
Looks like they want to attack the bottom lane. A lot of heroes coming down here, actually.
Maybe trying to get another duel off, even up the towers. Key looks like he might rotate through the gate here though. Turn this into a larger engagement.
Start on Manly Man. They drop the Walrus Punch, put him in the air, and they actually turn things around as well with the duel. Macropire is down, but it's not going to be enough damage as Bloyo with that Sonic Wave and the Arcane Rune doing a lot. But Key's actually arrived now, trying to deal with this Witch Doctor who does get his ultimate cancelled by the Dragon's Tail. Double kill for Key as they press forward underneath the tier 1, perhaps. Consider it. And actually, Petum comes in. What a Mana Void! Cleans up Key. Excellent number 2 is down. And you know what? That is... I mean, it totally turned the fight, that one Mana Void, really.
Look, we said that Anti-Mage might have a little bit of trouble getting involved early, like a Spectre could with her ultimate, but Petom showing up at the right moment.
Yep.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Absolutely. Now, Maliman is... I mean, I don't know why he was there, but he was there, and it looks like
loves
he's
being
gonna...
behind the tower. Just loves it.
He attracted a lot of teleports, but yeah, he's paying with his life, and rightfully so.
Four teleports. The gold swing might just be even off of that, to be honest.
Perhaps.
Mech out for Key, so really playing into this kind of early push, tanking up for the team, maybe getting just all the auras, leaving PK to go a more damage-oriented build, which I think I'm a big fan of. I think this Dragon Knight
I am a
matchup
big
is much
fan
better.
of that too. Maniman comes in, but immediately just gets slowed up, forced to use to press the attack. And Key also actually be Maledicted, so they're really going to be forced away, even with the mechanism. Does pop it, but it's still kind of ticking away here as Manlyman has just soaked up too many abilities. The Macropire are going to be doing the bulk of that damage. Big Boys, Balls Boy, again with the double as they go even further underneath the tower. This time they're the ones who are diving. Maybe not able to get anything else quite yet, other than the tower by the looks of things.
Bloyo's
Bloyo.
moseyed over.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. He's like, oh, should I go in? You know,
I'm not
have
sure
a low
about
enough
this
mana
one,
for
guys.
Petum to kill. I'm out. See you later. I'm back to farming.
I think Petom should
Yep.
go top.
I think
this is a bad idea to
they
stay here.
forgot it was... they thought it was ARAM for a little bit there.
Death Prophet, ult back and ready. Might be looking to use it for this bot tower, but maybe pivoting to the mid tower. I mean, you could just leave that to PK to finish off at this point.
Bit of a standoff here. 2 cores farming. Not sure who I favour in that engagement.
Will there be a response to PK tickling this mid tower? Is Bloyo enough?
Yeah, looks like it. Wait, have they already taken the... Yeah, they've already taken the enemy mid tier 1. Did I miss that? It's pretty remarkable. As Key does pop the ult, Exo bottom lane, going to clean up this tier 1.
Dire's bottom tower is falling.
Supports will manage to get the Wisdom rune, but have to be a little bit cautious down there. That is a dead lady you don't want to mess with.
We're gonna need to clean up.
Shield rune for PK, and with the Death Prophet ult, they're going to move through the triangle towards this mid lane and connect up.
Yeah, a bit of a duration on it left. Not all too much, but just playing aggressively with the supports here. And with Haunt ready to go, along with the Phylactery, Spectre does pack quite a punch.
We have lots of ults off cooldown on both teams. I'd be looking for someone to make a move here.
Oh, it's going to be
Looks like
Roshan.
Roshan will be the one to make the move. Quick key run, he's going to grab you. But so far, Legion's still farming up. Looks like the Blade Mail's flying out and the Blink will be next, so... Might be online by the 20-minute mark, maybe. Which, you know, might be a little slow for how this game is going.
Yeah, your towers are definitely going to suffer if your Legion is not ready to go yet. Because I mean, you know, Bloyo, he is ready. To be fair, like he's got a lot of damage, but yeah, without that setup, just unable to take that engagement really. So they'll bleed the tower as they'll swing now through the jungle. Anti-mage.
We'll see him on the Watcher.
Yeah, should be aware. He'll wiggle away. But now it feels like Imprint are the ones that are making a little bit more efficient map movements together. Taking objectives very nicely. I think they know that it's much easier for them to fight right now. Especially with PK having this Blink Dagger. It's the only real initiation in the whole game right now. As Key will spot a couple of support today. I think they saw him there. Maybe could have gone in on it.
Yeah, I don't mind these two supports walking around together trying to look for a pick-off where they can. They do have the damage and control to find it. But Imprint are quite bundled at the moment, maybe looking for an early Roche with the next Death Prophet ult and a Dragon Knight to tank it, so continued pressure coming out from Imprint as they do see both supports once again.
I think he
Nice
cancelled the
angles.
Exo there, did he?
I think he was looking to pop it, yeah.
It's kind of winding up. Found a couple of illusions. Didn't blow the whole load on it, fortunately. And yeah, top tower's been pinged out. They want to get this done in a quick manner. Take away the map from this anti-mage who is just still farming up that Battle Fury.
Smoke out from Passport. You know these teams love to just teleport in and fight even if they're not quite ready. As
I mean, it could be a good one to take. Petal's been spotted on the back lines. They've committed just the punch for it for now, though. As Key will kind of wrap himself away back into the safe zone near his Dragon Knight. Is actually the Bongo out, but it's going to be the Witch Doctor gets stunned up by PK here. He has been maledicted though, and Joe Trollan is going to go down for his troubles. It's just very difficult to fight into this exorcism, and Malu just immediately going to get blown up as well there. Can they get Petam as well? It does get a blink up to the high ground. He'll be okay. So they've kind of stalled this push out for the most part, with Quap cutting the next wave and Exo running out now. They might have just done enough to protect their tower, but they did bleed a couple of support kills.
yeah, I mean the Quap cutting the wave, great play there. Does actually dissolve this tower push in some other situation. I'm possibly the only resolution there that does result in them keeping the tower. And it will be another 70 seconds for the next Exo. So a bit of cooldown time, maybe to split up and farm for Imprint, but you know how these teams are. They're just gonna run into each other once again. PK with the Invis rune. Under a Ward and
Yeah,
Sentry combo.
yeah, spot him out.
Dire's middle tower.
Manly Man really, I think he needs to prioritize this blink. Honestly, that they need this point of initiation. Blow up a single target to start the fight, and this guy's still going to be Tusk who gets spotted first, but dodges the vast majority of that damage from Sonic Wave with the snowball. He's going to kind of kite a couple of heroes up to the north.
Cast.
Now the hunt comes in. PK dropping low, the Maledict and the cast doing so much damage. Manly Man has duel available, not going to pop onto Key for some reason. He's decided, you know what, I don't have enough damage for this guy. I'm going to get the hell out of here. Up to the high ground he goes to get the kill on the Tusk. Have spent most of their abilities.
Imprint maybe on the
Nice
back foot
grab.
here now, especially under this ward also.
Yeah, they're going to make a departure. Pets him. He doesn't have mana void. PK goes in
Macro.
onto Quap. The sounds as well. They drop the jewel onto this DK who will go down in it. Manly Man does get that kill, but AM has been lost and forgotten as actually Asgrab almost manages to get Bloyo on the backside of things. Manly Man instead just manning up
Kited
in front of all
around.
these heroes. 3 heroes now just chasing him down. It's the supports and the
Oh, the
bongos
coconut.
coming again. Malu and Joe Trollen just doing so much in this engagement. And it was actually going to be a 4-for-1 just to anti-mage to go down in the end. Really nice fight from Joe
Passport
Trollen.
issue support really wrenching this fight from the jaws of defeat and turning it into something actually quite positive for the side of Passport. Imprint maybe stepping up a little
yeah.
too far, even though they felt like they were in control of this fight.
I think it was just a little bit better execution of the abilities. I mean, EXO I think must have been on cooldown for that fight, and I mean they missed Sonic Wave at the beginning, but it just felt like you say, they came up a little bit too far. And I mean the bongos from hell, honestly, twice in a row, just made the fight unplayable.
I mean,
So
Joe
Joe Trollen
had
once again.
a crazy
He's-
Rubik game last game, and now a similar performance on his Wish Doctor, even on the back foot in this game.
He's doing what he needs to for his team. And Anti-Mage, remarkably, still doesn't have a Battle Fury. It's been a rough one for him.
Yeah, a lot
but
of time of this Anti-Mage and Legion, I felt, they've just been sitting in the trees waiting to see if there's a good fight, rather than farming the empty 2 other lanes on the map. And part
Yeah.
of that is because Anti-Mage is scared to show on the waves. And, you know, Legion also doesn't quite have the blink, does have it now, and is building towards the Ags. But there was just nothing to make moves to make space for Petom during this early mid game.
Yeah, definitely. And on the flip side, you know, Death Prophet has just been taking every single tower. You know, that a huge amount of pressure was on that top tier 2 as well. Torment are going to go down as well. So,
Manly Man.
I mean, not the best one, but it's okay.
Little
Yeah,
bit,
did he know?
little bit up here. Don't think they know.
Yeah, he's gonna get himself away. He's okay. And they're gonna return to this top tier 2.
I'm
Let's
expecting
see.
another big fight up here.
Yeah, let's see what gets done here. I mean, they've got the
Who's
blink
dual
on
target
Legion
here?
this time.
The Death Prophet?
If you can blow up DP is absolutely massive. But it is challenging to do so.
Quick fingers there from Contrabar.
Yeah, they are going to smoke up. Anti-Mage currently in the mid lane. Spectre currently AFK jungling. Obviously
Again,
can join
breaking
any
smoke
time
on
with the hunt.
Tusk.
Yeah, actually going to block
This-
Malu
they
between
can
a...
see Key in the front. But I mean, even if they go on Key here, there's no BKB up for the Legion. Macropie will
It's
just be
dropped
dropped on
wards.
top of her.
Yeah, Ob's behind the tower here. If they don't
Yeah,
know
really
about
nice.
it, that's providing a lot of vision. And just, I mean, ideally they should never really get jumped by Manly Man. So we'll pop the Exo. Let's see, he might just go for it anyway. You know, he's really toying with the idea, isn't he? He's going to walk up.
They do find the ward.
Found the wards, and they did pop Glyph for that, though.
Quap is cutting the wave again.
Yeah. Oh, hang on a minute. Here we go. He gets the blink on Tusk onto the Dark Willow, and on the backside now, Joe Trollin, he's gone down, no buyback ready to go, so it's going to be an awkward fight to take with only a few heroes remaining up here. Double kill for Asgrav. Nicely timed jump. Did not even need the Observer Ward behind the tower. Manly Man gonna get stunned as well. Let's see if they have follow-up. Tusk is here. Doesn't have shards quite yet. Does have punch though. Up big O's. And another kill for them. 3 for 0. Executed.
I mean, I'm going to eat my words about this Ice Dragon form. The slows are making this PK hero look deadly, and I think he's playing it pretty well.
It was a slow on it, to be fair. 35%.
Pretty high slow.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I'll
And
try another
actually, Tusk's gonna
find.
find another one here. Malou potentially just gonna be chain feeding now as he comes down for Nuyul, just gonna get stunned up immediately by the Ice Path. And there's nothing Joe Trollin can do
Top tower is under attack.
to help his teammate out.
Curry has been killed.
So instead
It
of
just
the
feels
top
like
tier
a
2,
completely flip from last game, almost entirely, as
Yeah.
PK gets himself stuck in some trees.
yeah, interesting to see if passport issues have what it takes to kind of come back in a game like this. Obviously, it feels like their map is being swallowed up right now. They need to get farm from somewhere. They need to get a pick off from somewhere.
They might
But,
look for Jakiro here.
Yeah, jump straight onto him, Jewel as well. We'll find that kill. That is what they needed. Just take a little bit of their map space back. And it really feels like neither team respects each other at all in this series. It feels like both teams are just like, whatever. If he's there, I'm getting him. Even if his team could be behind him.
Providing vision of key. It's not quite a duel
Blue.
up yet, but these heroes are still pretty
She is
scary.
super tanky. She has Pipe and Greaves along with Essence Ring. Drops the Exo, and it's in fact Manly Man who's taking a lot more damage than she is. So, yeah, a bit of a defensive Exo, but if it keeps her alive, then we're quite happy with that. We'll see if they can get anything out of it. I mean, they are looking for something on the Tusk. Gonna smoke up. Malou, still in range though. He's actually gonna get a snowball onto the side. It's onto Joe Trollin. He's gone very far away from his team though, so it might just be Tusk who ends up getting caught and going down here. It is on the backside of things. Antimage, I mean, wait. No, he just cast it on the Tusk. Never mind. I thought he man avoided somebody else. But yeah, Exo popped and they lose their Tusk, so that's not gonna feel great.
I've been very impressed with Contro on the Tux so far this game. I think he's been playing on point. This was maybe slightly a step too far in terms of jump, but you know, it's been working out for him so far. It does feel though that the tides are kind of changing here in terms of the map state. Passport issues, for maybe the first time, encroaching onto the Imprint side of the map.
Yeah, but there's a rather large elephant in the room that is the Spectre, who almost has Manta completed. Always has Haunt ready to go, you know, to jump in, help his team out, and you know, in a half decent engagement, he will join and turn it. And let's see, well, the Bongos are doing a bit of work there though. Silenced up though, his Witch Doctor in the backside of things. They drop the Sonic Wave and the Haunt into everybody. They get the duel onto Jakiro to find that kill. Bloyo trying to get away now from this Asgrav guy who's just doing so much damage with this Radiance. And the Tusk drive-by going to catch a couple with the stun. Let's see if they can catch the Quap. Unlikely, but a 1 for 3. And it might just be the Roshan next. No Manta style yet for Asgrav, but it still should be a pretty quick one.
Yeah, looks like Imprint are breaking the not doing Roshan agreement.
That's points off. Although it's Imprint, so will they deduct points from their own score?
Can't see that being the case.
But yeah, it just felt a little bit forced, I would say. This Spectre is a big issue because you can't really kill him right now. I think it's going to have to be like a late game anti-mage situation or like a Legion Commander Ags duel situation in order to kill this very tanky and durable Spectre.
Now, I gotta be straightforward with you. It's gonna be a 30-minute Manta for an anti-mage, and that is almost unheard of, I think.
Oh,
But duel in the top lane.
Duel
they
onto
find
Tusk. PK trying to turn things around. They are not going to get the duel victory. And actually, he's living on the Tusk. They pop Pipe as well. He might just survive from this. He's going to walk up to the high ground. He's alright. Quop's going to be the one that goes down. And Manly Man as well. And Mo is surely to fall. It's a 3-for-0. How the hell has he lived through that?
I mean,
Oh my goodness.
he's been doing phenomenally on this Tusk all game, and I think the itemization across the board for Imprint is on point, which is I think a step up from last game. I think it really let them down last game, and it's enabling to them to actually play their heroes.
Yeah, definitely. I think Keys saved Conshabar single-handedly there.
That being said, I'd like if
the
PK
Greaves and the
sorted
Pipe.
single tango out for his BKB. in
Yeah,
his back
I mean, he
there.
values the tangle.
Okay, there we go. Alright, thank you, PK.
You got game chat on. Let's see, Malu defending against a few heroes here. It's going to be tough. They do have Jewel ready to go, but these targets are just so tricky to bring down. And with that Aegis on Spectre as well, I don't know. I'm not saying this is it, but this could be it.
They will respect though. They're respecting their respawns of Passport issues, waiting for some ults to come off cooldown, but maybe Passport, this is their opportunity. They're ready to go.
Yeah, they found the Quap, they get the root into the stun. She's going to back away quite nicely though, with the silence on her. And Petam on the backside trying to deal with Key, but doesn't have enough damage. He's got a blink out, he's going to have to get himself away. But no, the Tusk, the snowball again, gets the big kill onto Anti-Mage. And now the Quap as well gets a stun as well. Onto him, PK finding Bloyo in the backlines. Both cores dead, Aegis still up. And it's surely going to be a set of barracks here. No Exo required. I think they can just walk up.
Buyback from Bloyo on the Queen of Pain. The waves are a little bit far away for now.
Yeah, they'll be doing well to hold this, to be fair. At least a tower. They pop the Exo. Half duration on the dragon form. Let's see if they kind of take a full set though. Bloyo, he's used the Sonic Wave. And yeah, that defensive Death Ward there, or rather Voodoo Switcheroo, means they don't really have much go into this fight. Asgrav with that Aegis for another minute 45. Oh, nice bongos though, to be fair, but yeah, Pipe, Greaves, and he's going to be okay. Yeah, very tough game for him to come back into now. And it also feels like the draft of Imprint is just easier to execute.
Yeah, I'd suggest so. I mean, I really think it might be an inverse of last game. I would say that the Queen of Pain, although I was positive about going to stat heavy build, not building any form of dispel for this Orchid first item DK is incredibly questionable.
Yeah, it's very risky, it's very bold. I don't know, you've got plenty of stats, I suppose, between the Kaya, Sanj, Ags, but stats don't really help you when you've got no spells. And a second Orchid just being picked up there as well. By the Spectre, so...
Yeah, we'll be looking for
I don't know.
Bloodthorn, I expect. But yeah, really going to be punishing this Quap, and now globally kill threat from Asgrab out onto this Quap if she shows on a wave, I expect.
Yeah, quite possibly. I have to be ready on that one. But yeah, they're just posturing around this bottom lane. They've got
Waiting for the
creeps
next
here, they've got a
exile.
siege. Yeah, Spec just going to TP top, deal with that lane that is shoved in. And ready to join his team at any time. So yeah, this fight is like, you know, this is it. This is it for Passport issues, to try and make this a tool. Exo going to be popped. Key just going to walk up here. A nice fear from Malu, just somewhat stall things out. Bloyo is very tanky, but yeah, No purge. I mean, also against the Death Prophet silence, even if you get hit by that, that is very, very rough for you. As PK now just waltzes up to the high ground, forces the glyph as well. AM has completed Basher. See if he can make a go with that, but
Dire's bottom tower.
oh, they get actually a kickback onto Manly Man, straight into the ice path as well. They drop the death board. Asgrav on the backside though, he's silenced up PK. He's just getting dealt with right now. They've lost the Legion Commander, but Death Prophet also did go down for the side of Imprint. It's a 2 for 3 so far as Petom now jumps onto Tusk, who just kicks him away. Get out of here. And the racks are just under fire still from this dragon.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
And they should just be able to clean it up. I mean, I don't know. It's just so unfightable, honestly. They're just too far behind, I think. But Asgraf stepping up.
Dire's bottom barracks has
Finishes off that melee barracks. And another kick back onto Joe Trollen. He's become the Voodoo Switcheroo. Snowball just disappeared from the plane of existence. And that's a dead Joe.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Oh boy.
He's turned into the Concho show, honestly. At this point, this Tusk has been owning them non-stop.
It's crazy. It will pay with his life. Finally, they bring him down. Petom gets the kill and drops the
He's
stun
out
as
of
well.
mana and does get
hang on a
jeweled up.
minute. They get the jewel. They've got the Ags as well. Can they bring him down in the duration? He's getting so low. Not quite, but they will get him. 1,000 gold from Manly Man. And even PK as well. I mean, good thing we didn't say it was over, right? Oh, hang on a minute. Keys arrived.
Hold on a
Exo,
second.
though.
There's
They're
still
dropping
heroes
everything.
left on
The
Imprint.
Macrofire. Oh my goodness, Manly Man gets the purge off in time. Malou just kind of waltzing away as Petom mans up inside the Macrofire against Key. He doesn't give a crap about this game as Conjumar has bought back on
what
the
a
Tusk.
silence.
He's trying to make a distance. He's trying to be the MVP of the game. He's on the way. He rolls in. He finds Petom. Between him and Jakiro, they bring him down. Manly Man gonna evade most of the abilities up to the north here as the ice shards blocking their path. Bit of a crazy one that. 3 buybacks coming out.
Is Petom doing it? This will be the question on everyone's lips. There's still a rack remaining.
Is 1 rack enough?
We'll see.
I'm gonna say no, but you know,
I
I'm not
think
gonna
it's
cut him out.
probably no, but we will have to see. Yeah, anything can happen in this kind of game. Maybe they just walk it down and win.
Yeah, for sure.
Pick up a Divine Rapier on Manly Man, you know. There's bits you can do.
Radiant's courier.
He needs a refresher orb. These jewels aren't long enough.
Are you meant to are you meant to consume the Gris? Is Joe Trollen waiting for his axe to do that? The game might be
Yeah,
over
most
before he
likely.
consumes the Gris.
He's at 1200. Yeah, he's thinking, right, guys, our only play is me getting Ags, and I respect that. I think Witch Doctor is all about the Ags. I mean, I'm surprised he even bought Arcane Boots. Come on, straight Ags. That's all you need on this hero. You like greatly amplify your damage, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Daedalus for Dragon Knight. That will amplify his damage.
PK will be hitting hard, and he's already hitting hard. It looks like Imprint,
Yeah.
no risks. They're gonna wait for the next Roche. It's quite a while till it respawns.
I just think PK's had a really good game on this this Dragon Knight. Like honestly, he's done so much. He's put himself in like relative danger, but it's always, you know, for the good of his team. He's getting onto this Witch Doctor quite often, just making, you know, taking the engagement so difficult for him. As it is a hero that can output a lot of damage. It's also been catching the Quap out as well. So yeah, PK generally has been, obviously I think Tusk has been a standout, but PK not far behind in terms of you know, how well he's been taking each engagement.
He's got a straightforward job, and he is certainly executing it thus far. As Manly Man may be looking to find someone lurking in their jungle under this ward, but there will be no biters here. And the Roshan has finally respawned here.
Oh yeah. You know what's worse than one Spectre pushing your high ground? It's a Spectre
second one?
with an Aegis. Well, I mean,
Alright.
yeah.
Well,
Has he got buyback as well? Because I'm just saying.
I think so.
If he plays his cards right. He's got Bloodthorn finished as well, so very spooky times to beat anyone without a Dispel. Pop does have a BKB now,
Yeah,
which could be the difference maker, to be
might
honest.
survive in a fight enough to get all her spells off.
Might survive. Place your bets. Will Quop survive? And also, um, Bedlam has just been popped by Dark Willow, so there's not going to be that
Nice.
spell used.
So that was Maloo misclick. We won't talk about it.
Okay, we won't talk. Absorber Ward placed outside the base. Nice, and he get the duel straight onto this Tusk. He has been a bit of a pest so far. That's a dieback for him. They go into the backside of things, and a big silence comes out though. PK forced to run away from this anti-mage who actually suddenly has a shit ton of damage, has a completed butterfly. So some of PK's right click's not doing so much, but Asgrab will be enough. He's got that Bloodthorn as well, just chasing Maloo down. It's a 4-for-1 so far, and Key somehow lived through that. Bloyo half health forced back between the tier 4s as the last melee barrack looks to be going down here. A 2v4. Can they hold it? X was still up for a little while longer.
Manly man.
Oh. Oh no.
No man's land.
Oh no. I think that's it. I think that's it, Andy. It's over.
It's not over until the Ancient falls. Pitom's up in 90 seconds.
That's very true.
Can
As
Bloyo
Asgard
make
is-
enough space? It's incredibly doubtful, but I expect they will chase for the kill.
I mean, if it buys his team some time, he does have buyback, to be fair, on the Quop, so he is buying his team time. His two supports are
Doesn't
up.
look like it.
They're
Joe
ready to
Trollen.
go.
Can he make the magic happen
To
here?
get the stun. The bongos, they're not hitting. They are hitting. PK getting low. Asgrab dealing so much damage to the throne, though. It's over. Half of his health gone already. Bloyo forces everyone away. A 3-man Sonic Wave is going to explode this Jakiro eventually, but they lose Maloo as well. I don't know. It's going to be tough here, but Asgrab just... I mean, he's so tanky. How do you get through this, guys? PK just thinks he's going to hit... Oh, Bloyo. He gets out. Asgrab. Surely he finishes the throne. He's still got the Aegis as well. He's going to pop once. The throne is going to pop second, though. 46 kills to 25. Imprint make it a 1-1 series, and yeah, complete opposite from the last game. Nicely played from Imprint.
This was more I was expecting going into this. I mean, both teams they have a long-standing rivalry, and it's good to see that they're going 1-1, so we can see the continuation of that rivalry further down into the bracket. But yeah, it looks like Imprint just kind of rejigged their ideas, got back in the driver's seat, and really flipped the script on Passport in this second game. Both teams having a great showing in their respective win games.
Yeah, definitely. I think Tusk was a big part of the win in both teams' cases. I think Maloo played it very well in game 1. But yeah, this Tusk in this game, Conchabar, is just, I mean, everything he was doing was right. He had like one fight where well, not even a fight, he just committed a little bit too far away from his team and died. But honestly, other than that, he had been like pristine the whole game, just catching people. He was, you know, doing all sorts. He had ags by the end, just kicking people all over the place, just making the game so difficult. And yeah, like you said, I think the itemization was very nice from Imprint. This game especially, Key was just so difficult to deal with those early auras. And you know, PK going this Blink Dagger meant that Spectre always had somebody who he could join the fights with. So yeah, overall, a nicely executed strategy, and really looked night and day from how they were playing things in game 1, having to wait on that Axe Blink Dagger before they could really do much.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us on this cast. I would implore you that if you enjoyed some of the Dota tonight, we had a great game here, to drop a follow. We've got more games coming up in the Irish League Season 6, and we've got a bracket in a few weeks' time as well, after the round robin stage is completed. I've been Anti, and I've been here with Click, and we'll bid you adieu.
Good night.